Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have been gone for so long and I literally say that every time I film a video because my videos are so spaced out and I only have like 2 videos right now. But anyways, welcome to an episode of The Bride Guide. I'm so excited, not exciting. I'm an exciting person, but I'm excited. Anyways, I'm so excited about this video, this segment that I'm doing because I love weddings. I really do. Like, I'm obsessed with weddings. If you know me, you know that. And so now that it's my wedding, our wedding, Ryan and I, love you, babe. I'm just very excited and very ready to plan. I found that along my being engaged, even though we've only been engaged for 2 weeks, it's been very hard to find like a source of I'm engaged, now what do I do, what are the first steps? So I'm not a professional, but this is just my tips that I'm gonna be giving you guys on what to do as soon as you're engaged. I don't know if all girls are like this, but from the ones that I've talked to myself, we plan our weddings like well before we're like we can have able to date or whatever. So it's funny, it's really funny, and it's crazy how life works, and it's just really exciting, and we're both really happy. So first off, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who has congratulated us on our engagement, anyone who helped Ryan along the process. It was just amazing and beyond my wildest dream. But moving on. So I found that in the wedding planning process, it's really tough to find, like, I'm engaged, now what? And that's why I'm naming this video that. Because we know like what a wedding entails and what needs to come, but we don't know what steps to take it in. And so this is just like me. I made this, like, I'm not a professional, but this is my advice to you brides, to you future brides, to you grooms and future grooms. So first off, I would say decide what season you want to get married in. I think that some people have specific preferences if they want to get married in the summer or the spring. That's where the majority of the people get married in because most of the time it's really good weather, and so that is what they call peak wedding season. So when you get married in peak wedding season, everything is going to be full price, and a lot of stuff is an absurd amount of money. Like weddings, they're so expensive. So if you choose like an off-season day, you will get a huge discount with a lot of your vendors, especially your venue, and that's just like a really big advantage. You're gonna save a lot of money. Ryan and I specifically chose December to get married in. Yes, we're gonna be saving on a lot because it is an off-season date, but that wasn't the sole reason that we decided on December. That's just a really big advantage that we're gonna have. I just personally like the whole December vibe and a winter wedding. There's not many weddings in the winter, so I really like that. That's just my preference. Some people may not like that. So decide your season, decide what you like, what you'll feel comfortable in. Hopefully on our wedding day, there'll be like light snow, no snowstorm, but light snow and a thin layer on the ground so we can get pretty pictures. Amen. Second tip I would say is decide your wedding size. Your wedding size will determine a lot of things, especially price-wise. Your venue needs a head count. Your photographer might ask for a head count. Your caterer will ask for a head count. So that is a big thing. Ryan and I decided on 130 people, which when you look at the number initially you're like, wow, 130 people, that's a lot of people, but it's really not. Determining the guest list and who we're gonna invite and all of that has actually been a very like we need to think about it process, because 130, once you put family, close friends, it's very small. And so with 130 people, we found that it's actually going to be like an intimate wedding. So if you want an intimate wedding, if that's why your numbers are low, then I say go for it. But if you want a big wedding, if you have a big family, then do it, you know, but just know that you're going to be paying per person. Tip number 3, determine your budget. Your budget is your budget. Without your budget, it's very hard to move forward in wedding planning, because if you have like a $30,000 venue and your budget is $5,000, that's not going to work out. So it's very important for you, your parents, your grandparents, whoever is helping you pay for the wedding, or if you're just paying for it yourself, it's very important for you to sit down and talk about your budget. Tip number 4, I would say, is start looking at venues and pick your venue as quick as possible. You may think that you have all the time in the world to plan your wedding, and maybe if you're like us, you have a little bit over a year or whatever it may be, but I promise you, these brides are not playing. They're out here scheduling booking their venue 2 years in advance. So I'm just saying that as soon as you get engaged, or before, if you guys are talking about getting engaged, I would just say, like, schedule venue appointments, you know, that's a big thing. It's a really big thing. And so we already have our venue. Really excited about it. So yeah, schedule that venue, because that, without your venue, you can't move forward either. If your photographer is gonna ask where your venue is, everything just lines up with your venue, and so that's a big part. With your venue, you'll have your date set. So that's, you feel me? Tip number 5, I would say get engaged and give yourself time to, like, plan. I understand that some people can or just want to get married in 5 months and 6 months, whatever it may be. I personally have just found that for us in general, first of all, paying things off, you're gonna have time to pay it off, or to make the payments. Second of all, a wedding, a lot of details go into a wedding, and so if you have time to sit down and plan everything carefully, it's gonna kind of relieve your stress a little bit. So because when you have a small amount of time to do anything, it's gonna be very difficult, and so I would just suggest give yourself time to plan. And my last tip, tip number 6, oh, why did I just say it like that? Tip number 6, look on Pinterest, on Google, on Etsy, Instagram, whatever, and get your inspiration, your wedding inspiration. I found for myself specifically that it's been very hard to, like, move forward in what I want without a wedding vision, wedding colors. So I think that for me specifically, I had an idea of what I wanted, what my wedding colors were gonna be, and da-da-da-da before I got engaged. But then when I got engaged, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is really happening. Like, this is gonna be my wedding, our wedding, not just my wedding. Love you, babe. Without our wedding colors, our wedding inspiration, and all of that, it'll be very hard to move forward. So, tip number 7. I would say enjoy your engagement and enjoy this time with your fiance, with your family. It's fun, you know, this is a fun time, this is a happy time, and so don't let the stresses of life, of all this stuff get into the way of enjoying your happy moment. This is a big thing. So I would just say enjoy it, live it out. It's gonna go by so fast. Even if it's a year away, it's gonna go by fast. This is a big life moment. Take advantage of it and live your best wedding life. So guys, Thank you so much for tuning in. If you got to the end of the video, I really appreciate it. I hope that these tips were helpful, and I'm gonna be doing more segments on the Brad Guide and, you know, just helping you guys and showing you guys along the way what I'm doing, some tips, some tricks. So if you like this video, you want to see more of my stuff on this particular topic, please like and comment below and hit the subscribe button. All right? Thank you guys so much. See you next time.